So Luffy's dream. A lot of us assume it's just to be the Pirate King, to be the Hokage. But it's not that simple. That's kind of like his, sub-goal in a way, because his big ultimate dream has actually been hidden from us by Oda. Like every time it's brought up or it's about to be said, which is like 2 or 3 times in the series at this point, I don't remember the exact number, but it's cut away before he gets to say anything. And then we kind of just see third-party reactions. The same thing happened with Roger and his crew, right? There's supposed to be that parallel between, it being alluded to that Roger and Luffy have like the same dream or something. And I saw this in this pretty cool thread on Reddit by Aero, where it ultimately comes down to the Straw Hat, which we were actually talking about in one of our last collabs. Like, what's the true meaning of the Straw Hat? Well, I think it was like chapter 1054, where we just see like this montage of Luffy hanging out with Shanks at one point, and Shanks holds up the Straw Hat like this, and it looks like the sun, and the sun's right behind it. And it's like, oh, everything is the sun. The Straw Hat is just the sun. Okay. And it's like, was that the moment in time where Luffy picked up his dream, which is supposed to be similar to Roger's, which maybe inspired Shanks to tell Luffy this whole thing? And TLDR, it could be Luffy literally grabbing the sun or something like that. I know, keep with me. And then that solves all the problems in the One Piece world. Pretty crazy. But as we've seen, Gear 5 Luffy can just do whatever he wants, essentially. I mean, he doesn't literally have Toon Force, but pretty close. So the end goal of him grabbing the sun, I don't know, I kind of buy it at this point. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but I'm not completely writing it off. Also, especially because in that mural, we saw Emu, or implied to be Emu, holding the sun. Even though it's probably just the representative of what the energy source was at that time. But still, I mean, that could be foreshadowing as well. Because you know how Oda loves to do that. But your thoughts on this? I mean, I assume that you thought that Luffy's big dream was to have the biggest party in the world or something, right? That's like the popular option.
Yeah, the most popular theory I've seen so far is Luffy wanting a grand party. A party with everybody in it. And I don't think that's bad. But I think, for me, where I draw the line is that this was also Roger's dream, like you said earlier, right? There's that parallel there. Whatever Luffy wants, Roger also wanted. Did Roger throw the world's largest party? He didn't. To our knowledge, he didn't. And I think it would be kind of unfortunate if we come to find out that this dream is something that Roger never accomplished in his lifetime. Because, finding the One Piece is one goal, like you said, but achieving their dream is another. So, I kind of hope it's not the party. I do want it to be something more, not abstract, because grabbing the sun is kind of crazy, right? It's pretty direct. But whatever the dream is, I want it to be something that Roger did before he died, is kind of what I'm getting at. Grabbing the sun, I think, is more possible for Roger than having the big party. Because for the big party, like, if that did happen, and if Roger had this massive party, we would have heard about it by now, right? Like, oh, remember when the Pirate King did his thing? Like, no, that never happened. Grabbing the sun, that could be like a personal thing, right? Maybe like on the side, Roger went off and he did it, and then Luffy will go off, which sounds absurd, right? Like, oh, like a character grabbing the sun, that's not really possible. But we have to remember that Enel exists. Enel is up on the moon doing his thing. We've seen space pirates, and that's all canon. We've learned that Birkins, the people from, some of the people from Skypiea, like the Enel and his priests, they're from the moon originally. So Luffy grabbing the sun with his Sun Nika powers isn't absurd. I just wonder what will come out of this. But also, it would explain the reactions we got from the Straw Hats, though, that's for sure. Because they were all super shocked. Like, some of them didn't even believe that this is a thing.
Exactly. In episode 1015 of the anime, we see, like, this side-by-side kind of vision that Yamato is seeing of, like, parallels between Luffy and Roger. And Roger does say, like, I'm going to be the king of the pirates, the most famous pirate in the world or whatever, paraphrasing. And then he says what he really wants to his crew. Odin's there, and Luffy says what he really wants as a child to Ace and Sabo, and they both kind of give like, huh? Like, what? I think Whitebeard says something like, that's a child's dream.
Yeah.
So it is applicable to, I want to throw the biggest party in the world where everyone's invited. The whole world comes together. I get that, because that's what happens at the end of almost every arc anyway. They just have a big party. So at the end of the series, just have the whole world come together and have a big party. That's fine. But if it's like, I want to grab the sun itself, bring it down, and bring the dawn that way, forcibly bring the dawn. Because if Luffy does grab the sun, and let me just put it out there again, I don't know if he literally can grab the sun itself, because that's just absurd. I mean, if the sun works the way that it does in our reality, no, there's no way. You'd have to become like Gurren Lagann type of powerful in order to do something like that, which Luffy, I highly doubt is going to become. He either grabs like a part of it, or he grabs something analogous to the sun. We talked about this before as well. If there is going to be like a Gear 6, it's like Luffy consuming the Mother Flame or something like that. So this would kind of be like a new Mother Flame or something, because if he does, or at least grabs a part of the sun or something, we still don't fully understand how Luffy's powers work anyway, so he could just do it and then we would just have to accept it. But going more into this thread, this would be like Luffy's final attack, essentially. It could be called New Dawn or something, where Imu would be defeated by this. We talked about how Imu is afraid of the sun, so that would probably play into their downfall. Not only that, it also could destroy the red line and evaporate most, or whatever the higher raised sea levels are, to where it would bring it back down to normal, and then things would be like it was in the past. And then the micro sun would be the source of eternal energy for the world, which was kind of like the implication of what it was like before Imu took over. Which is also Vegapunk's dream, a free eternal energy for all, which he was trying to do with the Mother Flame, but then, the world government and Imu were just using that to fuel Uranus, allegedly, to like destroy Lelouch and all those things. But yeah, that's pretty much the long and the short of it.
I really enjoy this theory, mainly due to the fact that they solved the rising water pandemic. Because when you think about One Piece, it's like, okay, Imu's gonna keep on spamming his Lelouch weapon left and right? He's going to keep on destroying islands. The sea levels will keep on raising as time goes on. But how do we get that land back? Like, so many people are displaced because of Imu right now, and he's only used it once. So if he uses it more and more, like, we're going to have to find an actual workaround to bring these countries back to life, to bring back, like, Ancient Wano, Random Island 1, 2, 3, like, there's so many places that could be helped out by bringing a micro sun down to Earth. Like you said, we have no idea what this would actually look like. Like, is it going to be a small piece of the sun? Will it be the actual sun? We don't really know, because like you said, if it works like how it does in real life, I think everybody would just die.
Yeah.
Like, you bring the actual sun down to Earth and it's what we're cooked, literally. Like it's a tragedy whenever the sun moves like a couple feet in our direction here on Earth. So yeah, I like it though. I do think this is a good theory. Like you said, the most popular one is the party, but I feel like the party's too obvious. And outside of that, I couldn't really think of my own personal answer. So if I had to put money down, I think it would be on the sun theory.
Yeah, the thing that's making me think that it's plausible the most is just the mural. Again, we'll just end it on this. Yeah. Imu, or the implication of that being Imu in their hybrid form or whatever, holding the freaking sun. It doesn't look like the Mother Flame, it looks like the sun. So again, it could be the energy source or whatever, but I think that might be a clue to something. And then the straw hat, coming full circle, sun analogy. And I guess that's why Joy Boy passed it down, because it's like, yeah, this is the sun hat. Whoever wears it will grab the sun.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's just when you have this straw hat, you just automatically get that dream.
Yeah.
Can't avoid it, man.
It possesses you. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this theory, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think Luffy's big secret dream is to have a party to grab the sun, or is it something else? Maybe you figured it out. Let me know. Check out Sai's channel. Have the link in the description. See you guys in the next one.
Peace out, guys.